Hey y'all, what's up? It's Dre Under the Leaves and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another repotting chat video. Alright y'all, so in today's video, I'm going to be repotting 5 different plants and I thought I would just sit down and chit chat with y'all. Just as with other repots, I'm going to show y'all the plants that I'm working on first and then we'll go ahead and get into it. Okay, the first one that I'm going to be working on is this Alocasia, Poly. I'm going to be taking this babe and getting her into a better situation, a better life. I feel like there might be corms in the pot, but also I'm really not going to disrupt the root system, to be honest. I'm truly just going to plop this into the next pot. If it keeps filling out, then it keeps filling out, and that just is what it is. I would only remove corms at this juncture if I saw them right at the top. So I actually do see one here right at the top, and I just lied because I'm actually not going to take it out. But yeah, so there's this poly, and it's been in need of a repot, but I've been scared to up pot it simply because alocasias kind of scare me. And this is the longest I've had any alocasia look this nice is this poly. This is the longest alocasia I've had in my collection now. That's still here. That has it's mostly looking good. It's got actually more than one leaf, more than 2 leaves, and I'm just very proud of it. Next, I have this Monstera Anthurium that I need to extend the pole on. It's my last remaining pole plant, and I'm not going to actually change the I'm not going to change the pot. It's going to stay in this small pot, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to extend the pole. I believe in this plant, but honestly, I haven't been doing it justice as of recent. And a part of that is going to obviously be the need for an extension. I just took this yellow leaf off because honestly, y'all, I just don't like yellowing leaves. Are just not, I don't see the need to keep them, so I get rid of them. But anyway, yeah, this is another one. I'm just going to be extending this, and this will be one of the first times that I do pole chores on camera. I've tried to do it, but I always struggle with pole chores on camera, so I tried to set everything up as much as possible to make it as easy as possible. But yeah, that's this one here. Next is this babe here that I mentioned was crisping up. A part of it is that it's drying out too much, so the humidity is lower and the temperature is the same. It's not handling it super well. It's not dying though, which is pretty exciting. Love to see that. Love that it's not dying. It's definitely not. It's just kind of crisping on some of the edges. But I do think that one, I'm going to clean it up and remove some of those crispy edged plants. This is my Begonia acetosa. I realized I didn't even say. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, upsize the pot, and that will also help me out with like watering, because I feel like she needs a lot of water. And girl, I can't have, like, at this point, I got the Anthurium. They need a lot of water. A lot of the plants, they've become very needy recently. And I'm realizing that there are ways for me to kind of mitigate the need that they have. So that said, I'm gonna get her into a bigger pot, sort her situation out, and get her, you know what I'm saying? Get her back into a good spot. In this pot, actually, I've decided I'm not gonna do that. I'll start with this one because what I'm gonna actually do is just stake it up. But this is my Begonia listata. I don't think it needs an upsize yet. The roots haven't really taken over in any super meaningful way, so I don't want to do too much on that front. But I do need it to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of all over the place. So I'm just gonna add a stake in here. Yeah, I think that should be good. Not me saying it like y'all could tell me, but I just put the stake in, and then I have a strap in it already. Maybe if I just hold them all. I'm gonna use the same strap. I have like some plant Velcro, and I'm basically just gonna use the same plant Velcro to tie these. This looks crazy, but to tie everything to one. I need to figure out a better way to get these situated right now, but I don't have that. So I've just been using bamboo stakes, plant Velcro, and thoughts and prayers at this point. I think, oh, see, now she's real top heavy. I think that's helped. I'm gonna put her back in her pot, but yeah, she's gonna be hanging a little bit in the front because she's already taken over that she's already gone on that route. Y'all have any tips on how to kind of like get them under control do help me. But one thing I will say is whenever I trellis it, the leaves will initially be to the side, but they will straighten out over time. Okay, I realized I said finally, but I also am gonna end this video working on my forgetti hybrid. So the last time y'all saw this plant had like a sensational leaf. Oh my god. Oh my god. The humidity is really killing my babes. Is it already snapped? Oh, so annoying. Well, that's even more reason to change the pot. But basically, I just found a leaf was stuck, but it was already bent to the point where it was gonna snap. So that just kind of is what it is. Say RIP, RIP leaf. So that's another thing that I will say people often don't talk about when they suggest like growing anthurium in ambient conditions and all that. They don't talk about some of the difficulties. It's very possible. However, there are gonna, like, I think it would be a lie to say that there aren't gonna be challenges in times where the humidity is not like sensational, right? If you can't maintain being on top of the watering, you're going to experience like stuck leaves and things like that. And even if you're on top of the watering, some plants are going to struggle with stuck leaves, right? Because I do have plants that do really well. And then I have plants that are struggling a little bit with stuck leaves. So with this one, I want to separate this offset, which I mean, it just had a stuck leaf. So I don't really care. I want to separate this offset from it. I also want to, take the bigger one out, and then if possible I might experiment with chopping this plant. I think that the plant kind of got stunted by a lot of things going on at once, so I'm going to be removing any ugly leaves. I don't foresee it getting into a much bigger pot. I actually think that the pot size for the main plant might downsize. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do, is work on this one and kind of work on getting it back into a good spot so that by the time we're at like maybe end of summer, she's back into a really good spot. I've already been able to use her as I'm calling it her, but I've already been able to use this plant as a parent plant. I have a plant that I pollinated, and fingers crossed it goes all the way through to berry, but it did take, I could see it swelling up. It's still going strong. And I've been keeping that plant in its own bin so as to like give it the most optimal conditions. It sits next to a humidifier in a bin with that slightly cracked to maintain ventilation and all that good stuff. And I check on her every day. Yeah. But anywho, this is the last one we're going to work on because I also do want to change out the substrate completely. All right. So with all that being said, I'm going to start with the most difficult thing. I already cut the little piece. I don't use wire because I don't have wire. I ordered something that I was recommended by somebody else, but it's actually plastic. This wasn't wise. I would recommend probably something sturdier like wire that is stronger and can hold more, has more integrity to it. But it's working for me now, you know? And since I only have one pole, I have no intention of like overdoing it on like the pole supplies. So I kind of cut it based off of the size that the current pole is. I don't really want it to be much thicker. I think the smaller pole is working for me. It's also easier for me to water it. So what I do is I kind of like fold it and roll it and just see if it would align. Let me actually bring the camera down. Okay, welcome to my workstation. So I have like a tray with some moss that I just had ordered a long time ago because I was supposed to do pole chores on a bunch of plants. Then I just downsized all those poles. So there's that. So I only got this one, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll use the moss when I don't even know. I actually can't even tell you what I'll use the moss for, but it'll be here for pole extensions for years to come. Okay, at this point. But I like to fill it up a good amount just so that when you roll it, it has like a good amount of, it holds the shape of a cylinder. Honestly, I'm not not the random piece of leaves, just leaves and twigs. Yeah. Then I also have zip ties. So this is all we're gonna do. We're making a little skinny pole. I don't even make them too big. I really don't. Well, I used to, not anymore. Also feel like, one, it preserves the moss, and I'll be able to use that little roll for much longer, assuming that I keep with pole growing. I would buy plastic backing and all that, but I'm really just not that. I should be invested. It probably would help me to like poles more, but I'm just not that invested in buying more plant supplies for plants that I'm like struggling to even want to like, you know? I think because I'm a rusher, this is, at least with like plant chores and stuff like that, I'll take it slow, but I like to be able to get things done quickly because I like to do a lot at one time with plant care, probably with life. Honestly, if you know me in real life, you probably do know I'll be doing maybe too much at once, which we'll work on that. But anywho, I'm just putting all these little zippy. Oh, see, and then the glove getting stuck, and I don't really like the feeling of. Okay, so you can see, boom, boom. See, it's become a pole. Period. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. I did it. I need to stop hating on myself. Like there's hella zip ties, but it makes it so that the pole is fully together. It's connected, and because there's no, it's not wire. It's made of plastic. I feel like adding the zip ties helps add some kind of like structural integrity. All right, so basically, I just stacked up. Ooh, oh, did that rot? Or did I break it? I don't know. Okay. Not there might be root rot. And the worst part is it's probably like a form of dry rot because the pole dries out a lot, but what can I do? I can water it more, not me asking what can I do about something with a very clear and easy, simple solution. Gotta love it. So I just use the zip ties to connect the poles. This like makes me get very quiet because honestly, this is not my forte. Oopsie. Yep, and I definitely put it in the wrong way. Okay. I'm screaming. The pole is now going to be very heavy for the pot, probably. Godspeed to me, y'all. Honestly and truly. Godspeed. But I just go with thoughts and prayers and vibes. And I just throw some zip ties in and hope for the best. I'll just use this to connect the nodes to the pole. And I probably will do the same at the top. But now we've extended the pole and it will be extended for 3 minutes. But we did it. We did it. Now we're off to doing less chaotic stuff. Yeah. I'm going to do the Begonia repots first. Not me looking for the dirt. I already mixed my substrates together for today just to kind of minimize the amount of time it would take me to do all of this, which, yeah. Anyway, so let's start off with the acetosa. That is, I guess it's, I'm not even sure. The roots are so fine that I really can't tell, but I do know it's drying out pretty quick. So with this one, simple repot. Do I want to use that pot? Yeah, I like this more for Anthurium, so no. Or yeah, plus the dirt will come out. So I'm just gonna put a nice layer at the bottom. And this mix is basically just cocoa coir, small perlite, some orchiata, and some charcoal. I realize that y'all can't see what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm using this mix, which is just cocoa coir, small perlite, orchiata, and charcoal. Just stuff that I already have. And it's not a huge upsize, but I think it will be enough that it will stay a little bit moister so as to not, I'm applying the same logic that I do for Anthurium for these begonias, and just to see if it will work. So they won't be like staying sopping wet, but it'll be moist for longer. It's not going to be drying out as fast as it previously has been, obviously, because there's now more substrate. Because even just now, this substrate was literally so ashy dry. That's crazy how dry this was. So let me just tap everything in. Cool. And I think it can go right back into the same cover pot. So just like that, that one is done. And I'll water all of these after. I'm not watering any of these with myco water. Wow. With myco water. I don't think it's necessary. I only do that for my Anthurium. I mean, I could do it for these, but maybe I will actually. I might just. Also with plant tags, please keep y'all's plant tags. During my last plant tour, my bad, this is so loud. So I'm gonna do the Alocasia next actually. So this is crazy because this is in the same pot as the that I bought it in. I think it can go into, I'm wondering if this is too big of a size up though. Oh, yikes. I think this might be the better size up. Yeah, I guess it could just swap. It can just swap. Yeah. I know some of y'all gonna be gasping that I'm not changing or cleaning the pot first, but they sit literally right next to each other. So whatever little beasts are going, they got the same ones. And also I treat the soil, I give systemic to these plants. All of y'all that watch me know I do. I also was recently trying to look into the world, the world of what is that stuff called? Beneficial bugs. My only thing is releasing the it be thousands of releasing 100, 1,000, you know what I mean? Bugs into your house. I don't know, something about that is really scary, frightening. I mean, it's also frightening already knowing that like there could be thousands of pests. The number of springtails that are probably in that one Anthurium pot alone is already frightening for me, So releasing the bugs into the home, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right for me. But yeah, that's this one done. See, I told you I wasn't gonna do too much because I don't want her to be upset with me. So I just simply upsize her and she gonna stay in the same cover pot too. I'm loving when that happens. All right, cool. We done 1, 2, 3. The other one, it didn't really need to be done. So now we're on to, I guess, the hardest one, in my opinion, because I have never chopped a plant. And also, funnily enough, I'm sitting here talking about chopping plants. Ask me if I got shears. Where are my shears? I have no clue. Let me go get those, because we can't use these little baby scissors. We can't. This is a little bit scary for me because it's one of the bigger repots that I've ever done. This plant is literally growing moss, like full-fledged sprouting something on the inside there. So I've been able to take that out. I'm gonna try to remove all the leca balls. Okay, I tried to bring y'all a little bit closer, but I'm just gonna try to remove the leca because we keep in the leca, and I'll just loosen the roots at the bottom. I don't want to hold it from the stem because I'm scared it will break. I do have a lot of Hoya repotting to do, but I don't have any of the size pots needed. So I have to order a bunch of like 4-inch, like 3 and 4-inch pots. So if anybody knows where I could get 4-inch pots for the Lowski, do let me know. Okay, I'm trying not to damage the roots, but this kind of is what it is. This is so heavy. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Look at oh my god. This is what the roots in the leca were looking like. It's really, okay, it won't focus. There we go. There's a lot of them. These roots aren't quite as thick as I thought they would be, but they're meant, there's a lot. So next, what I want to do is just take off the substrate. I just don't know how to go about it. Feels really compacted, if that makes sense. So I don't really know how to do that. I feel like maybe I should have watered this thoroughly to make it easier. Nah, I'm really trying to find the entry point to starting to break away the substrate. It's actually probably way more root bound than I thought it was. Gasp. And I need to take off the substrate because I need to separate the offset, and I want it to have the most amount of roots possible. I think I need like something to poke, I'm gonna use this to just kind of like, I don't even know. Yo, honestly, I don't even know. And I can't separate it without, I need to at least be able to get some roots off. This is gonna be a long job, a very long job. This is really complicated for no real reason. I won't be able to do all the wonders that I want to do, but the offset does seem like it wants to not be a part of this mother plant. I just want it to not leave with 0 roots. I want it to have roots, so I just don't want to take it with no roots. Okay, that didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but here's the offset, and these are the amount of roots that I was able to preserve for it. I'm gonna keep working on detangling this because, yeah, I told y'all I'm committed. I'm glad that I was able to get this offset off. Well, she's not gonna be happy, but we're gonna do it anyway. That just made me think of that little video. We're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, we are gonna do it anyway. We are. Now, I already see something active here, so I guess I kind of want to cut above that. But now I'm realizing this is hard. Y'all can't even see, but let me show you, actually, since y'all can't see. There's an axillary bud, or like a pink little dot right there, and I'm thinking to cut above it. This is actually so scary. I cut through right here. Okay, I don't know, we did it. And here is the top cut. We'll see if this thing survives, and we'll also plant it into a more snug as a bug in a rug pot. So this is the little chunk and the root mass. I feel like that's a lot of roots. Oh, not me realizing y'all can't see. So here's the chunk that I have. Here's the little piece. It has a lot of roots, so I think I'm gonna just trim it. Okay, now that that's all said and done, I just put a leca layer, and then I'm gonna push those roots in there. Okay, and then I already have mixed some tree fern mix, so I'm gonna use the same mix for everything. And honestly, let me cut off any roots that look not happy. This plant is gonna be stressed out, so I'm going to keep it in a dome lid. I am going to label the outside with a Sharpie, just because now this will be the third plant I have inside of a dome lid. Even though at this point they all look the same, I just know how this could go left rather quickly. I'm not gonna keep the whole like chunk thing under dirt. I want to keep it a little bit at the top, so I feel like that would be the best for it. All right, so boom, I'll just put a cover on the top and then water it in with Myco, and then just leave it covered, yeah, until it does something. Next up, we have the mama. I think this might actually even be, this one might be too small. It's still getting downsized, so it was in this one before, and it's gonna go into this one actually. Is that the same size? No. All right, so let me just make sure I mix this good. Prayers up. This one should be fine. All of these, the two like that I chopped, I don't feel worried about. Actually, I do kind of feel worried about this one a little bit, really, in the sense that I'm about to also chop off leaves because they're ugly. And it's about to literally have one, maybe two leaves. Yeah, two leaves. Yikes, but I think it will be fine. I also think that the chop is going to make it activate other axillary buds, growth points, something. Dang, I just realized how hungry I'm feeling doing this. I'm hungry. Oh my God. I am not going to pot it too high because I do want to be able to just add substrate. I think I haven't been doing a smart job with that. I've been potting my Anthurium too high in their pots initially. And I don't have any pot extenders yet. But so for this one, I'm not going to pot it too high yet. So this leaf here, obviously we're keeping, she's a beaut. But I do have some older crispy leaves. I'm going to just get those off. So this one, she's out of here. And then this one is also out of here. And that should also actually allow me to pot it even deeper. So that's what we're doing. Sometimes they're like wobbly because the substrate is dry right now. But yeah, it should be a-okay. So this will be the main babes. Okay. And just like that, we're done. Getting it done. We done. I'm gonna just fill it up until where I see the most recent little aerial root thing, so that can be just touching the substrate. I have made such a mess. It's really incredible. But yeah, that's this one done too. And I'll just water it. And again, once I water the Anthurium, and they typically stop wobbling around, and then once they root, they really stop wobbling. So that's this one done. All right, y'all, thank you so much for sticking with me for yet another repot and chat. I do not know how this ended up taking so long. I did not have many. Honestly, I blame the Anthurium. But with all that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in my next video, where I'm gonna actually talk about all the things I've learned in the year that I have been actively growing a plant collection versus just having plants. Anywho, thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.